Sierra Railway viewers. Here's my latest Word in the Shop video. What you're looking at here is the Sierra Railway number 22 that I've had in the shop for about the past 3 months. Right now, just working on getting it running again. Since I don't have number 22's tender, which is right here, it's the number 22's real tender. Anyway, since that one's not together right now, I'm using 18s, but since I haven't used it for the 18 in a while, and I'm not going to until after 22 is finished, I put 22 on it instead of 18. So yeah, I'm working on the sand dome right now. I have to go and finish that up. And this thing was looking pretty good before I had taken it apart. You know, once I get her running again and all that stuff, then it'll look great. Put an extension on the back of the Roundhouse 280 frame because the locomotive in the drawings is a little bit longer. So again, yeah, this is my number 22 so far. I'll be working on her as soon as I get back to my club at Walnut Creek. Over here is my project for building the Sierra Railway number 34. This is a project that seems to be moving along at a slow pace, but considering I only started it about a week ago, yeah, I don't think it's all that slow. I've already got more than I thought I would have ready. The cab is mostly finished. The frame is right here, the pieces for it, the two side pieces. I'm going to be cutting it out at the club when I go today. The cylinders are done. The number plate is sitting on the cylinders. The lead pilot truck wheel and the drive wheels. I also have a motor. The trailing truck I'm going to have to buy from Spectrum. But yeah, the only thing I'm not sure about is where I can get the boiler, you know. I make my own boilers, especially since I'm scratch building a number 34, so I'm thinking I'll get some large tubing at Home Depot. But if I can't find the right size there, then I'm in trouble. But anyway, I figured this thing I should have up and running in the next 3 or 4 weeks, which is a pretty good time span considering how long it took me to build the number 3 and get her running after I rebuilt her to scale. And over here, my model of caboose number 7 is going in for a major rebuild from the ground up. Major thing about this was I took her apart because the sheathing on the outside was very uneven from the early days when I built this thing. So when I built it, there were some, you know, dents in the wood that appeared, you know, because I was using sandpaper in certain areas. And then when I got that done, it was a little indented more than the others. So I fixed that and I filled those spots in with glue, and then I filed the whole thing down on the side at once so that it matches. So this side is finished. The other side is going to need some more work. Unfortunately, I can't get to this right now until I finish this side. And this thing is looking like real crap right now. I'm doing some fill work on the side, or the end of the caboose too. This shouldn't be that hard because I don't have to redo the whole thing. I did it not that long ago. So that shouldn't be very hard. I just have to go and put some new pieces in. I also redid the roof. You can see that big white spot. That's 2 pieces of styrene glued on top of the original roof. Because as with the sheathing on the side, it was very uneven, and it was sinking down from the extended roof over the platform back to the cupola. So I just put in a new piece, and again, I went to the club and used the tools there to get that job done. And over here, rather than just fill it in with glue, I just took the piece off, and I'm going to put a new piece in. It's just a lot more easier work. But I'm not focusing too much on this project because caboose number 7 wasn't on the Sierra in 1929. So yeah. But hopefully I can get this project finished so I can have a nice new car to have on the layout within the next couple of weeks. Here's the Waterville module. I haven't really done anything with this in the past couple of months because I've been focusing on the Sonora module, rebuilding it, and finally getting one of the bigger yards to run stuff on. And the Sonora module is right here. This is the new one. I took the old one and rebuilt it from the ground up, took all the old track off, and yeah, and laid all the old track back into the position I wanted it. I completed the track arrangement so that it's in a Y configuration in the center of the yard, like it was on the real yard track, you know. Right now I only have the first leg of the Y, the switch there, and a stub track beyond the switch on the main line, and then a short section of the main line in front of the depot completed. That's that leg of the Y and that piece of track right there. That is not hand laid, that's just laid down so I can mark where the track's going to be laid when I get some more rail. And not having rail is one of the main problems I have right now. I'm gonna get some hopefully in the next week. Here's number 3, one of the only operating Sierra 1929 locomotives right now, and Shay number 12 from the Pickering, which you guys saw in my last video. And I started putting some scenery down, give me something to look at and put in the background of my other videos. Alright, locomotive number 3 is practically unchanged, though she has gone through quite a few rebuilds since my last couple of videos, and I've added some detail work. Okay, in there where I'm zooming into, you can see a round kind of dark silhouetted stub, and that is the air tank that I added in there. If you guys still really can't see what I'm looking at, I'm looking at the round stub in there just above the rear lead wheel and above the crosshead guides. I got both cab window frames in. I laser cut them out of poplar wood. Yeah, I used my school's laser to cut that. I rebuilt the oil tank. I think it looks a lot nicer now. I weathered the top of the tender, so it would look like there's been water pouring in there, not draining, and giving it a rusty look. Shay number 12 couldn't run any better. I got her in operation again after I got my Northwest Shortline Spectrum gear upgrade sets. It took me about a year or two to actually get those. The plastic gears, I ended up only having 2 gears that weren't broken by the time I put this thing out of service. And that's why you guys saw it on display in a couple of my other videos. But she's running now, she's got full power, all trucks are fixed. I put some of the shafts on the wrong trucks though, but I adapted them so that they work. I graphited the smoke box using the method that I showed you in my graphite tutorial video. I gave it a nice coat of burgundy paint, but this could have been better. I'm going to take the paint off of, well, I'm going to thin it off of the oil tank right here, and the cistern, the tender cistern, the water cistern, you know, and take the boiler and repaint it to a color that better matches the Shay in the Niles Canyon Yards, the Pickering number 12 there. She has a nice coat of burgundy red paint, and this is a little too dark of a shade, plus the bad paint job here, so I want to get rid of that. And then after I repaint it, I can finally put it in Pickering Lumber Company lettering. And after I get Sierra number 34 built, then I will send her back to work on the Pickering at Ralph. Alright, and recently I rebuilt the depot because one time I was bringing the module outdoors. I kind of left it outside, and then I didn't turn the sprinklers off, so the thing got soaked, and it's made of paper. So when I went to move the module indoors, it was nailed to the board, and the whole thing fell over and into little pieces. And I had to straighten out the cardboard because it folds, you know, it warps. So once I got that straightened out, I could finally start putting it back together. And I got this thing finally rebuilt and completed about a week and a half ago, or actually last week when I put up that video. It looks pretty good now. I just need to add the porch right here on the upper window level. That's what you see, that's what that wood is for there. It's the supports for the porch. And here's my model of Sierra Railway flat car number 33. You can see the deck is kind of weathered. I did that using the method Ryan Blake or SP Films 4449 taught me. It's just link up in the corner of the screen there. You paint it roof brown or whatever brown dark color you want. Of course, this method only works if the deck is actual wood. My entire flat car is made of wood. Anyway, you take a dark brown color, paint the entire deck. You get a piece of sandpaper and you just sand away until you get it looking nice and weathered. And here's my idler flat car, somewhat like the one at Jamestown, in the front of the depot. I finally added a porch light. It goes on only at night. Okay, the Shay number 12 and the Sierra number 3 running down the track, double heading. That's something you don't see every day, even on a model railroad. Okay, there we go. What do you guys think of that? Okay guys, well here's my Sierra Railway Blackjack hopper. I finally got one side of it lettered 113, Sierra Railway 113, which still exists at Railtown in the yards. You just gotta go and take a look back there in the line of blackjacks. Also, this started out, my model of caboose number 9 started out as a Mantua. I cut out the windows, and the old ones anyway. On the other side, I haven't done that yet. This is what they used to look like. And that is, first of all, that's not the amount of windows that the number 6 had, or I'm sorry, the number 9. The number 9 had 6 windows, like this. Actually, I don't know why I'm saying had. The number 9 still has these windows. The number 9 still exists. You have to go and see if you can find her in the yards. Well, anyway, yeah, I'm starting to make her look like she really did. I used the Mantua car instead of scratch building one because it's the appropriate length and the mono is just about right. I just need to do one more thing and move the door down a little further away from the windows. And right here is my kit bashed LaBelle RPO mail car. It's modeled to look like Sierra Railway number 8. And this wasn't actually that hard to build. It cost me about 30 bucks, but once I get it all painted and lettered Sierra Railway, it'll be beautiful because it's already detailed pretty much. I just got to add the doors in and the windows up in the clear story. But yeah, this car looks pretty nice. Whole line of cars from Sierra. And that is just a fictional car. That I figured, what the heck, I'll model it. And that's the lettering style on the 530 boxcar that inspired me to do that. So yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much it. Alright, thanks for watching Word in the Shop. Alright, see you next time.